Hi guys, happy Tuesday, happy Tuesday. And for my Japan people, happy Wednesday. You can rise, you can be, you can live, you can dream. Miss Yerby's Reading Adventures. Hi guys, how you doing today? How you doing today? How was your day? Tell me something that you're doing today. I hope I'm on the right place. Am I on the right place? You know, sometimes this just isn't good. I'm not sure how all of this works because I'm pretty sure. Hey guys. Hi. Huey! Oh my gosh. Hi, Huey. How are you doing? I miss you. How are you and your sister doing? Huey, I miss you. Huey, if you can remember last year, I said I was going to meet Les Brown, and now I am working with him. As of yesterday, I've had Zoom calls with him and everything. How are you doing? How's your sister? I forgot her name. Sophie. Hi. How's it going? I messed up over here on Facebook, so I got to get them caught up. Hey, Facebook. Somehow I went live on my regular page again. I don't know what's going on. I've forgotten her name. I'm still not in the right place. What is going on today? Am I not going to be able to go live on Miss Yerby's Reading Adventures? Maybe I need to do it from my phone because it's not working for me. YouTube, give me a second. It's National Superhero Day. I guess you are going to be the one who informs me of what the days are, Sophie. So I'm just going to come to you and I'm going to start saying, well, what's today? I did this twice. Hi, people on Facebook. I know that I am not in the right place. I've tried a couple of times to go to my other page, and I don't know what's going on. What is going on? Let me try this again. So you said it's National Superhero Day. Who's your superhero, Sophie? Who's your favorite superhero? Why am I not able to go live for Miss Yerby's Reading Adventures? I've done it twice. I'm going to get it this time. I believe it. I believe that it's going to happen for me correctly this time. It says Miss Yerby's Reading Adventures. Let's just hit. Is it the right camera? It's the right camera. Let's hit go live. Hopefully it goes correctly this time. Let's see if it's correct this time. Who's your favorite? You're on your sister's account. Huey, I forgot your sister's name. Tell me her name again. I totally forgot her name. I am finally on Miss Yerby's Reading Adventures. Great. Few minutes late. Hopefully they're going to come on in. I'm finally on here. Finally in the right place. Tell me how. Hey, Kendall. Hey, I was in the wrong place twice. I'm not sure what happened. I tried getting on there and it just did not happen. Hey, Mom, you see I was on the wrong place a couple of times. Your favorite superhero is Batgirl. All right, Superwoman. You're on your sister's account. Tell me her name. It's not Sarah, is it, Huey? I'm very happy to see you. This makes me happy, Huey. I miss you. I miss my great ones from last year. Those of you on, hey, Anaya, hey. I went live twice. I thought I was on my Miss Yerby's Reading Adventures, but then it popped up in the wrong place, so I'm not. Elizabeth, that's her name. Tell her I said hi, too. Are you guys still doing CrossFit? Are you doing CrossFit at home? What are you doing? Hey, guys, I'm so glad that you guys are here. I'm so glad that you are here. And it looks like I'm not able to see. Oh, there are my comments. All right. Now I need to get this. I'm having a little bit of technical difficulties, but that's okay. You listen to my YouTubes often. Hi, Cassandra. Thank you. You love this man, Les Brown. Yes, I love the man, Les Brown, and I was able to visualize, and I kept speaking that I was going to work with him, and it happens, and it is wonderful. So, hey, guys, I miss you guys, too. Hi. I'm so glad I've got my people. I spoke to you guys at once. I said happy Tuesday for you guys that are over here, and I said happy Wednesday for my Japan people. I'm so glad that you guys joined me, even though I had a little bit of trouble And I tried to get on and it didn't work and I tried again, but we know don't give up. I won't give up. Don't give up. No, no, no. Ms. Leitner, hi, 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 hi. So Sophie has informed me that today is National Superhero Day. So why doesn't everyone name who your superhero is? Oh, Miss Leitner says her favorite superhero is Miss Yearby. Thank you, Miss Leitner. Thank you, Miss Leitner. I think my favorite superhero is Les Brown, and now I have the opportunity of working with him. Who's your superhero? Ebony, hi, hi. Noah and Rena, hi, hi from Japan. Who are your favorite superheroes? Noah and Rena. Who is it? Who is it? You have an LOL doll. Why did you cancel the Zoom meeting? I canceled the Zoom meeting because I was in another meeting and I didn't know if I was going to get out of that meeting on time. But I guarantee you that we will have the Zoom meeting on Thursday. I'm sorry, Kendall. Forgive me. You like my shirt? Yes, you should be inspired. Be inspired. Thank you for telling me I'm beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm looking for superheroes. Casey, comedian, you're here. Hi, hi. Casey, have you been on here since I've been telling people? I've had 2 Zoom meetings with Les Brown, Casey. You can visualize, you can believe it, you can achieve your dreams. It's possible. Wonder Woman. I'm looking for everybody to tell me their favorite superhero. It varies different times, Miss Leitner. It's down right now since we've been in this situation. I don't really like saying it a lot, but it varies for how many people. You did your hair for no reason. What does your hair look like? Is it braided? I visualize your hair being braided, Janicia, because it's usually braided. All right, I'm going to grab the book. I do have chapter book because it's chapter book Tuesday. I have a chapter book, so it won't take as long. I just wanted to make sure that everybody got in. And, oh, Mr. Yearby, hi. Mr. Yearby is a fireman. And he says that firemen are his favorite superheroes. So, Mr. Yearby, thank you for your service. Hey, Max. Max, hey, 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 hey. Oh, thank you so much, Casey. I'm the superhero. What's your superpower? Being a motivational teacher. Yes, yes, that's me. I'm the one. Who says that, guys? Where did I get that from? All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the book. So we've been reading this chapter book, The Magic Tree House, Book 1, Dinosaurs Before Dark. And I'm going to do a summary of each chapter in case we have some people. My favorite superhero is Les Brown. Oh, hi, Sarah. And Yukino, you guys are here. Hi. I was wondering where you were. Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Wednesday. Some people are saying hi to Mr. Yearby. Thank you, Anaya. You guys are making me happy. What's something that makes you happy? All of the great ones that are watching me today. Those that are right here in Virginia, those that are in Chicago, those that are in Japan, and wherever else you might be from that I haven't even called. Thank you. All right. Table of contents. The first chapter, Into the Woods. This book is about siblings, Jack and Annie. Annie likes pretend stuff. Jack likes real things. Annie is very, very, very anxious. She does what she wants to do. She is not patient. She is not cautious. She runs into the woods, even though Jack wants to go home. But because Annie is his little sister, he goes after her. They found a tree house with a bunch of books on the inside of it. Jack doesn't want to go into the tree house because he's like, we don't know who the books belong to. But Annie says, what does she say to hook him? When you hook someone, you do something or you say something that makes them say, I'm interested. What does she do to hook him? What does she do? She said one word. She screamed out one word. What did she do? What did she do? What did she say? She said, books. And when she said books, when she said books, Jack went up. Then while they were in the treehouse, Jack saw a dinosaur book. He saw a pteranodon. He said, wow, I'd like to see one for real. And when he looked out the window, there was one there. And then all of a sudden, the treehouse started spinning. Then everything was still. Absolutely still. But they realized They were not in the same treehouse. They were not in the same park. They saw this pteranodon down outside. Where is here? When Jack realized, yes, he said books, yes, yes, books, yes, 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 yes. And so when Jack realized they were not in the same place, he was trying to figure out, where in the world are we? He's like, where are we? I don't see my house. I don't see the school. I don't see the library. All I see is Casey. It's something that you and I both like. All I see is nature. Where are we? Henry. Annie looks down at the pteranodon and she's like, he looks friendly, Jack. I'm going to go down. Jack says no. Annie says yes. She goes down and she pets him. And she said he feels, what was the word? Just like rubbing a dog. That's why she named him Henry. She said he feels what? Soft. So she named him Henry. And Jack is looking at her like, would you stop? Stop going up to things. Stop being so bold. And in the meantime, he finds gold in the grass. What letter was on that? It was a gold medallion. What letter was on it? What letter was on it, guys? What was the letter? It was an M. He's like, who does this belong to? But while he's thinking about this and he wanted to show it to Annie, Annie kept walking, being Annie, and she found over the hill, she found an area that had holes and a nest, or a dugout and a nest, a dugout and a nest, a dugout and a nest. And there was one, Anatosaurus, get down and chew like a dog. And when she did it, the Anatosaurus stopped making the sounds. And then it left. And they felt safe for a second, but then it started making a loud sound again. And there were a whole bunch of them in Dinosaur Valley. Then we get to Ready, Set, Go. They all started making a bunch of sounds. And they heard, they looked and they saw a big, tall, scary looking little arms and big teeth that look like scissors. Because Jack wrote scissors in his notebook. He likes to take notes. He has a book that has facts in it. And when he reads things and he observes what he actually sees, he writes notes. And it looked like scissors. It was what was that? What was that dinosaur, guys? What was that dinosaur with the little arms and the big teeth? And they were scared of it. What was it? What was it? Help. What was it called? Somebody. What kind of dinosaur was it? It was a T-Rex. And so they run back to the tree and they go up in the tree. And he says, I wish we were home. Nothing happens. Then Annie says, yeah, I know you guys can hear Robbie. Then, yes, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then Annie says, you don't have the book. And he's like, oh no, I left it down there. So Jack goes back. He grabs his backpack. It has his notebook in it. And as he gets ready to run back to the treehouse, he sees between him and the treehouse, T-Rex is there. He's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And the last chapter I read, The Giant Shadow, Annie comes down out of the treehouse and she goes to what did she go to? What did she do? What did she do when she came down? She went to the Pteranodon, and I'm going to go back and find the answers. I want to know exactly what she did. Well, let me see. It was called The Giant Shadow, and that started on page 48. The Amazing Ride stops on 54. I'm going to go to the page before this. What page is right before this? Right before this. What page? I need to go to page 53. I need to go back and find the answer because I want to know exactly what Annie says. I see she was nuts. Jack watched Annie hop off the ladder. It's right here. So it's actually on 52. Jack watched Annie hop off the ladder. She went straight to the Pteranodon. She was talking to him. She was flapping her arms. She pointed at Jack, at the sky, at the treehouse. Go back up the tree. And then the Pteranodon was gliding overhead. I visualize it overhead. Wow, so big. The giant creature sailed down towards the top of the hill. He was coming straight for Jack. The amazing ride. Who's going to be riding? Yes, Henry. She did call him Henry. Who's going to be riding? We have a picture clue. Jack is going to be riding. And Jack is going to be riding the Pteranodon. We already know that's going to happen because we see it right here. Pictures give you clues. We knew this was going to happen. The Pteranodon coasted down to the ground. He stared at Jack with bright, alert eyes. What was Jack supposed to do? Climb on? But I'm too heavy, he thought. Just don't think. Just do it. Jack is trying to persuade himself. He's trying to persuade himself to do it. Jack looked at the Tyrannosaurus. He was starting up the hill. His giant teeth were flashing in the sunlight. Okay, don't think. Just do it. Jack put his book in his pack. Then he eased down on the to the Pteranodon's back. He held on tightly. The creature moved forward. He spread out his wings and lifted off the ground. They teetered this way, then that. They teetered this way, then that. Are you visualizing? You should be visualizing Jack on this huge creature, holding on. You should be visualizing the creature gliding this way with Jack on his back, and then teetering this way. Hey, Julian! With Jack on his back. So Jack nearly what? If you're visualizing it, you should be able to tell me. Jack nearly fell off. The Pteranodon studied himself. Good job. Then rose into the sky. Jack looked down. The Tyrannosaurus was chomping the air, staring up at them. Wow, imagine that. I feel scared. Even though they're up above it, Jack is looking down. I visualize the Tyrannosaurus looking up with those big teeth. Oh my gosh, it makes me scared. I lost my spot. The Pteranodon glided away. He sailed over the hilltop. He circled over the valley. Remember, it was called Dinosaur Valley, so you should know what they see. Over all the nest filled with babies. Over all the giant duck-billed dinosaurs. Then the Tyrannosaur soared over the plain, over the Triceratops, who was grazing in the high grass. It was amazing. It was a miracle. Jack felt like a bird, as light as a feather. The wind was rushing through his hair. The air smelled sweet and fresh. Oh, that makes me happy because I love nature. He whooped. He laughed. Jack couldn't believe it. He was riding on the back of an ancient flying reptile. Couldn't believe it. And here's the Tyrannosaurus coming. Jack couldn't believe it because this creature isn't alive. And he's like, wait a minute. What just happened? He loves dinosaurs. So I think he knew lots about this dinosaur and the others. And he's like, oh my gosh. Oh, am I dreaming? Is this really happening? The Pteranodon sailed over the stream, over the ferns and bushes. Then he carried Jack down to the base of the oak tree. When they came to a stop, Jack slid off the creature's back and landed on the ground. Then the Pteranodon took off again and glided into the sky. Bye, Henry, whispered Jack. Are you okay? Andy shouted from the treehouse. Jack pushed his glasses into place, so I visualized him pushing it in. He kept staring at the Pteranodon. Jack, are you okay? Annie called. Jack looked up at Annie. He smiled. Thanks for saving my life, he said. That was really fun. Climb up, said Annie. Why is Annie saying climb up? What does she want to do? Jack tried to stand. His legs were wobbly. He felt a bit dizzy. Hurry! Shouted Annie. He's coming! Who's coming? Who's coming, guys? Who's coming? Jack looked around. The Tyrannosaurus was headed straight towards him. He bolted to the ladder, which means he went what? Fast or slow? Fast or slow. He grabbed the sides and started up. Hurry, hurry! Screamed Annie. Jack scrambled into the treehouse. He's coming toward the tree, Annie cried. Suddenly, something slammed against the oak tree. The treehouse shook like a leaf. Jack and Annie tumbled into the books. Make a wish, cried Annie. We need a book. We need the book. The one with the picture of Frog Creek, said Jack. Where is it? He pushed some books aside. He had to find a book about Pennsylvania. There it was. He grabbed it and tore through it. Tore through it? Does that mean that he took the pages and tore them? What in the world? He grabbed it and tore through it. What does that mean? What does tore through it means? Help, help, help me. Looking for the photo of Frog Creek Woods. He grabbed the book. He tore through it looking for the photo of Frog Creek Woods. What does that mean? Oh, you heard a banging sound, Kendall? What does that mean? He tore through it looking for the photo of Frog Creek Woods. What does that mean? What does that mean? Casey, my focus is the book, and yours should be too. What does that mean? He grabbed it and tore through it. Did he tear it? Oh, flip through real fast. Thank you. Thank you. He flipped through real fast. Looking for the photo of Frog Creek Woods. Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, that makes sense. He found it. Jack pointed to the picture. I wish we could go home, he shouted. The wind began to moan. Guys, make a moaning wind sound. Make a strong wind sound. Softly at first. Hurry! No, I missed something. I'm sorry. The wind began to moan. Softly at first. No, I'm right. Hurry! Jack yelled. The wind picked up. Do you hear the wind? Do you hear it? Do you hear it? It was whistling now. The treehouse started to spin. It spun faster and faster. Jack closed his eyes. He held on tightly to Annie. Then everything was still. Absolutely still. The next chapter is called Home Before Dark. So you already know what we're going to be reading about on Friday. I would read it now, but we really don't have. We have 5 minutes, and I guess I could go ahead and finish it. A bird began to sing. I visualized hearing that new bird. I told you I learned about a bird called a killdeer. That's what I visualized. What bird do you hear? Jack opened his eyes. He was still pointing at the picture of, what was he pointing at again? He was still pointing at the picture of Frog Creek Woods. He peeked out the treehouse window. Outside, he saw the exact same view. We're home, whispered Annie. The woods were lit with a golden late afternoon light. The sun was about to set. If it says home before dark and the sun was about to set, does that mean that the sun is coming up or it's going down? No time had passed since they'd left. Jack! Annie! A voice called from the distance. Who's calling them? Who do you infer would be calling them? Who would be calling it like that? That's Mom, said Annie, pointing. This is what they could see initially. Jack saw their mother far away. She was standing in front of their house. She looked very tiny. Annie! Jack! She called. Annie stuck her head out the window and shouted, "Coming!" Jack still felt dazed. He just stared at Annie. You guys are right, their mom. Yeah, Jack is like, wait, did this just happen? What happened to us? He said. We took a trip to a magic treehouse, Annie said simply. But it's the same time as when we left, said Jack. Annie shrugged. And how did it take us so far away, said Jack, and so long ago? You just looked at a book and said you wished to go there, said Annie, and the magic treehouse took us there. But how? Said Jack. I'm more like Jack. I like to ask a lot of questions because I would be trying to understand what in the world happened. Annie is just accepting and saying, well, this is what happened. It just happened. But how, said Jack. And who built this magic treehouse? Who put all the books here? A magic person, I guess, said Annie. A magic person? Oh, look, said Jack. I almost forgot about this. What did he almost forget about? What did he almost forget about? He reached into his pocket and pulled out what? The golden medallion. Someone lost this back there in Dinosaur Land. Look, there's a letter M on it. Annie's eyes got round. You think M stands for magic person? She said. I don't know, said Jack. I just know someone went to that place before us. Jack! Annie! Came the distant cry again. Annie poked her head out the window. Coming! She shouted. Jack put the gold medallion back in his pocket. He pulled the dinosaur book out of his pack and put it back with all the other books. Then he and Annie took one last look around the treehouse. Goodbye, house, whispered Annie. Jack slung his book backpack over his shoulder. He pointed at the ladder. Annie started down. Jack followed. Seconds later, they hopped onto the ground and started walking out of the woods. No one's going to believe our story, said Jack. So, let's not tell anyone, said Annie. Dad won't believe it, said Jack. He'll say it was a dream, said Annie. Mom won't believe it, said Jack. She'll say it was pretend. My teacher won't believe it, said Jack. She'll say you're nuts, said Annie. We better not tell anyone, said Jack. I already said that, said Annie. Jack sighed. Everybody sighed. I think I'm starting to not believe in myself, he said. They left the woods and started up the road toward their house. As they walked past all the houses on their street, the trip to Dinosaur Time did seem more like a dream. Only this world and this time seemed real. Jack reached into his pocket. He clasped the gold medallion. He felt the engraving of the letter M. It made Jack's fingers tingle. Jack laughed. Suddenly, he felt very happy. He couldn't explain what had happened today, but he knew for sure that their trip in the magic treehouse had been real, absolutely real. Tomorrow, Jack said softly, we'll go back to the woods. Of course, said Annie, and we'll climb up to the treehouse, said Jack. Of course, said Annie, and we'll see what happens next, said Jack. Of course, said Annie. Race you. And they took off together, running for home. And that's the end of this book. Did you guys like that book? I did. And so when you guys come back on Tuesday, we will be reading book number, that's number 9. I must need to start on the other side. And I'm knocking stuff down. We will be reading book number 2. The Night at dawn. So you guys can start to think about that. All right. Did you say you like it? Thumbs up if you like the book. You said it was a good book. It was a good book. I see some yep. So that means that this is happening when? If I look right here, the very last thing, it says tomorrow we'll go back into the book. So this is going to be just the very next day. The very next day, this is going to be happening. So I want you guys to think of something you're happy about. I'm glad that you're on here. I'm glad that you joined me today. Thank you. I've missed you as well. Come back. I'm on here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So whenever you have a chance, come back. Think of something that you're happy about. Something that if someone does something mean to you, you can be like, okay. I know that wasn't good. And I don't like the way they made me feel, but I cannot stay. I'm not going to stay in this. I want to be happy. What is it? What is it? Think about it. What did you do today that you're proud of? Think about something that you did today that you were proud of. What is it? What is it? Get that thing that you're happy about and get the thing that you did that you're proud of. And I want you to lock it in. Lock it in. Inhale. Exhale. Smile. You're beautiful. I love you guys. Thank you so much for joining me today. For some of you, it's Tuesday and you're getting ready to go to bed. Before you go to bed, do something for somebody else to make them smile. And do something today that will make you better than you were yesterday. For my people who are in Japan and it's in the morning, it's 9:03 a.m. on Wednesday, I still want you, before you go to bed, to do something to make someone else smile. And I want you to do something for yourself that makes you better than you were yesterday, even if it's just reading a little bit more or doing some more exercise or helping out. Maybe you didn't help out yesterday. Whatever it is, do it. And that could be the thing that you could think of that you're proud of yourself for doing when I ask you this question tomorrow. All right, guys, I love you. See you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye.